setup for this evening here. It'll work pretty good. The wind is really perfectly blowing in our face. Real hard, 15 miles an hour. Probably 85 degrees right now. Deer are gonna come from everywhere on this little spot. You can kind of tell we're high up on a ridge. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You can see the valley, another ridge over there. Got a nice little clearing. There's a big field behind us where I think a lot of these deer are gonna be working too, but I mean, they're just gonna kind of be milling in this entire area. We've got some oaks down here. With this wind, it's gonna be knocking some new oaks down. A few persimmons left. We've thrown a little bit of corn as well in the brush down there to kind of, get them to stop as they're coming through. We're gonna be hunting tonight with a rifle. We got the Thompson Center Compass 2 rifle and 6.5 Creedmoor. Really interesting cartridge, offers a lot of different capabilities and characteristics. We're gonna spend some time talking about that cartridge. We've got the Trijicon Huron Scope on top. I've got a 2.5 by 10, which is perfect for where we're at. You can kind of see we've got a few holes out here where we can shoot long distance, but we're gonna have great light gathering capabilities, really crisp, clear sight picture. And with that 6.5 and the trigger we've got set up on this Compass too, it's gonna be my fault if we don't do the right thing before we get a shot. That a lot when it's windy. There's two of them. Start and stop. Take 3 steps. Start, stop. 3 steps. They're gonna come right underneath us. That's a good sign. No, see a few does moving. She's only about 20 yards away. Sniffing where I set my bag down. Oh, there's a buck down there to the right, a small one. He just gonna eat out across there. There's no telling how many deer is just standing around right now nearby. They just taking their time. There's probably 10 or 12 deer sitting all around us right now in these little shadowed areas, just taking 10 steps and stopping, and they'll just stand there for minutes at a time. That's why you take your binoculars and really glass. Hopefully you can pick up something, a little flicker of the ear, tail, and tip you off. A little 3-point coming there. He's all breathing hard. He's running pretty good, isn't he? There you go. Feel the freezer buck right there.
As the sun sets on this hunt, let's take another look at this location. About 2 weeks ago, Wade, Michael, Scott, and Kevin moved 2 muddy tripods into place along this ridge, based on insight from Scott, in hopes of it paying off later. While there, they cleared a few areas of brush, cleaned up some shooting lanes, and put out a couple record-rack wildberry blocks, in hopes of seeing plenty of action in this area in the future. But until you hunt a place a lot of times, you don't know what will work or won't work. We'll be back with more on Yamaha Whitetail Diaries to see how this setup pays off.
Good morning. We're gonna get geared up here and go out. It is pitch black right now. There's virtually no moon. And the stand we're going to is actually one we set in last night, and we're gonna go back in there, get set up pretty early, and we hope they're bedded down, and we're gonna get an early opportunity. If not, the sun may blow us out. But for now, we're gonna get in the stand and wait for the sun to come up and kind of see how this one plays out, and hopefully it'll be something out there that gets us excited, and if not, we'll go back and do it again, maybe there, maybe someplace else. As I was worried about that sun kind of burning those clouds off fast, and it's really got us lit up really bad right now, and it's still pretty early. I mean, I'm hunkered down as low as I can in this tripod right now. There goes a couple of does over there. It's coming out, but I think, I mean, the wind's still going to be good here for a couple of days on this setup, but we're going to have to make some adjustments. Probably put a few pieces of brush here unless we get lucky in the next hour, and really kind of make us a little bit of a cave. There's literally 5 does are going to cross right over here to the right. So we know we're in an area that's got a lot of deer. We still might get one this morning, but we're going to have to stay just as kind of leaned over and hunkered down as we can with that sun. Well, there's 7 does, 8 does now, 9 does. They're just pouring out of the brush over there. I mean, we're where a lot of deer want to be. We got all those does are slowly working off to bed over there. A couple spikes just got in a fight a while ago, and that sun continues to just be absolutely brutal, as you can see. I was worried about that, but I knew the deer were here, and I was hoping those clouds would last a lot longer. We're gonna get down here pretty soon. We're gonna trim some brush these tripods in a little bit better, and then we'll probably be back here this afternoon or again in the morning, depending on what the weather's looking like and what we can find on scouting cameras. You know, it always plays a big role for us, what we're looking for. So spend some time brushing this in for the next hunt and doing some scouting and see what we can find. Get us a little more brushy brush up here. Need just a little more cover in our hidey hole. Well, we kind of redid a few things, as you can see, just raised it up, and it may not look like a lot, but it'll give us a little more elevated cover over and around us from both the camera side and my side. We got picked off last night by some deer down here, and we had some deer basically walk right down here, and this will give us a little bit more cover when we're glassing long distances when one comes out, and you know, you always got to tweak and adjust and make manipulations to your stands, and really all we did was raise our cover up a little bit, and it'll pay a big dividend in just a few minutes of cutting, trimming, put a few bushes up in key spots, and we'll see how it plays out later this evening. We're gonna go do a little scouting and make some pancakes now. And we're off.
Well, it's a new morning in Texas, and Wade is hopeful that the changes they made by adding brush to the tripods and a bank of clouds in the area will both pay off in providing better cover so they don't get busted by the deer seeing them move.
All right, we got a little walk in this morning. We're going to go back to those tripods where we've been sitting. We've had some great hunts there, seen a lot of deer. We think we're really set up a lot better now with the brush we've added to them. One cool thing this morning, we've had a cold front come in, drop the temperature maybe 20 degrees, so it's got that great feel in the air that you like to have when you're deer hunting. So we're going to get up there. We're still about 30-40 minutes before daylight. Let the sun come up and see what comes in. I mean, we've been seeing lots of does, lots of little bucks, and I'm feeling pretty good about our opportunities this morning. It's taken a long time to get light, but we've just got to shooting time. But there's a couple big body over there. He's kind of cool there. Got brush all in the way. That's a cool deer. He's got a big growth on him. I don't know what that is. There he goes. He's going to the right now. He's behind another bush. He's quartering really hard. You good, Jeff? Okay. I don't really have a shot. You gotta get out from behind that bush. Okay, you good? Oh, I got him. I got him. He's down right there. That's a cool deer. Well, this has been a great place to sit. We have seen so many deer. A lot of late evening, early morning action. Yesterday, the sun got us, and you could see shapes every time we get here, and before shooting time, right after, and then finally we kind of got everything brushed in really good. That's a really cool deer. He's got this tine that, it looks like it just splays out like that. It's a freak, man. And he's got this huge growth on his neck, and it could be an abscess, a goiter. They get injured and have a bad tooth, or things happen just like us as humans. But that's a cool deer. That is a cool deer. I guess he's a mainframe 8. He may have more junk on him out there. He's a pretty good distance away, and that tine goes like that, flays out there, and then it looks like his left side was kind of normal. But I liked him as soon as I saw him coming out, and that's the key when you're hunting. All these people that shame you on Facebook and Instagram and go, "Oh, you should have done this," screw them. I'm serious. If you get excited, makes your heart beat, shoot that sucker. If you're filling the freezer, just brown this down, and that works in your area and it's legal, take it. Because I'm as tickled as him as some giants that I've seen. And it dropped him in his tracks. And we've talked about what the 6.5 Creedmoor does. We've talked about what the TC Compass with the Gen 2 that we've got here. That's just a cool deer hunt. And you saw the whole progression of this one, moving stands, changing things, covering it up. They didn't pick us off near as bad today as they have when the sun was out. But we've got some venison for the freezer, and we got a cool story with a cool looking buck we're gonna have to get down there and go take a peek at. All right, well, you saw the results, so there's no tracking involved in this one. That 6.5 Creedmoor with that horny bullet that we're shooting there. It's a hunting designed bullet and setup, and I'm a fan of this caliber. We shoot it a lot. It gets blasted a lot of times, but I'm a big fan of it. That's cool. Cool hunt. What a deal. There's no nervousness when walking up to this one when you drop them like that. He's gonna be a cool old buck. Good deal. Look at him sitting there like that. Bam! That's awesome. I'm anxious to get up here and get my hands on him. He's got that huge growth on his side right there that's just sticking out, and that crazy tine. Look at that crazy tine. You know, they grow like that in velvet. It's probably, on that scenario there, he probably bent that somehow. You can just kind of see it. It just, the big knot right there, how it grows and splays out. But look at that abscess or growth right there. And you know, you'll see that in deer a lot of times, and they'll live for a long time. You know, these kind of Texas hill country deer like that. And man, look at that. That is so cool. I don't know what caused that. We'll never know, but that's a neat little knot right there. But that's something different right there. I mean, that's probably an abscess tooth, and the growth and the infection right there. Well, that's pretty hard. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to play with it, but well, that 6.5, we took it out of him. That's a cool deer. That's a cool deer.
If you have any questions about the 6.5 Creedmoor round or just want to share a hunting story, email us at info@whitetaildiaries.com. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries.